I'm Thomas Batley, and today I'm going to discuss emotional compositional aspects of a story and how to utilise these narrative design principles to strengthen a story's point. Composition is the placement of characters, shapes or props within a setting, used to fill a graphic space of a canvas. Understanding the relationship between them as well as the world they live in are very important and can be used to give depth to a story. I'm going to touch on several aspects that I myself used while storyboarding. First off, the 5 basic shots which are used universally in the filmmaking and animation industry. I have used all 5 of these shots in my own storyboard. The first is the extreme long shot, in which you can still make out the body shapes of the characters involved, but with little or no detail. The environment is the primary focus, and this type of shot is commonly used to establish locations. In this case, it's used to establish a lecture theatre. The long shot is up next, which features the entire character in detail, which makes it easier for the audience to identify aspects of the character and their performances, as well as the surroundings. This shot is good for establishing a scene, and I have used it here to show the character while a prop, which is the alarm clock, interacts. Moving on, the medium shot. The medium shot is used for framing conversations featuring more than one character. They usually display the subject in more detail, from the waist to the top of the head, while still allowing space for movement. The close-up shot shows a particular part of the subject, usually between the top of the chest and the top of the head. This shot engages the audience directly and emotionally, showing facial expressions in fine detail while the background loses its importance. The extreme close-up shot is used in dramatic or tense situations, as it leaves no room to show full facial expression and grants the audience an unnatural intimate view of the subject. This creates vocal points, and the shot is usually of the eyes or the mouth. So while the subject is rushing around, desperately trying to get ready while running late, the shot is perfect for emphasising the character's level of panic. The next principle is the use of directional cues. The placement or position of a character in a scene depends on the direction in which the character is facing. The character should be placed just to the left or right of centre. In this case, slightly to the left, as the subject is looking to the right, which gives the shot a balanced feel, as well as the impression that the next frame will take place from the direction in which the subject is looking. In this next example, the subject has been placed slightly to the right of centre, which gives the shot an unbalanced feel, directing attention to the empty space to the left. This gives the audience the impression that something may occur behind the subject, as the arrows state. When composing a scene, it's best to give the subject involved breathing room or air. This refers to the space surrounding the character, and framing the shot with air leaves room for acting or movement, as the example demonstrates. Framing the shot too tightly or with no air restricts the character's ability to move and can often make the shot give off a trapped or claustrophobic feel. The next principle is avoiding jump cuts. A jump cut is encountered when the composition of 2 frames that are placed next to each other only varies slightly. Because they are slightly different, the cut will be jarring, or could look like a mistake, so it's highly important while composing to review the scenes you are working on. Using the 30-degree rule can also help avoid any jumps. This states that each consecutive frame should vary at least 30 degrees from its last position. The examples above demonstrate this principle. Jump cuts aren't always a mistake though, and can be used to dramatic effect, especially when trying to emphasise the speed of a chain of events. In my storyboard I have tried to utilise this, to help represent the panic of the character as well as give the audience the feel of being rushed. Thank you for listening.